Hello everybody, I'm Brad Sievers from S&S Cycle in the off-road division. Today we're going to talk about the Power Tune XTO muffler for the 2020 and 21 Polaris Pro RZR. The Power Tune XTO muffler for the RZR is just unbelievable. It's 304 complete stainless. It's got tunable end caps, baffles, and forestry approved spark arresters. And the real awesome thing about this is you can actually change the torque and the horsepower levels by changing your reducers. And it also changes the sound and the tone of the vehicle, so it works out really good. You know, whether you're up in the sand dunes or you're trail riding, this exhaust does it all. And now that you got your new exhaust, we are going to install it on the vehicle. So you need a couple things. You need a number 40 Torx. You need a 13 millimeter socket or wrench. You need a spring puller. And I like to use an impact because I like to make things quicker. And a little bit of anti-seize for the 3 stainless studs. So we are going to go ahead and remove the stock muffler from this. The first thing we did is disconnected the negative battery cable. And then we're going to grab our number 40 Torx bit and remove these 6 bolts. And the next step would be to remove the three nuts that hold the header pipe to the muffler. Our next step is going to be to remove the 2 springs that hold the muffler to the unit. And we use a little spring puller, but you can also use a vice grip, smaller vice grips or needle nose to grab a hold of the spring. All right, so now that we removed the three nuts and the 2 springs, we're able to remove the stock muffler. Now that we removed the stock muffler, I always like to check out the gasket to make sure it's okay. If there's a crack or anything in it, you definitely want to go to your dealership and get a new gasket and replace it. Just before I'm installing the new muffler, I like to add a little high temp anti-seize to the stainless steel studs. So the first step on putting on your new muffler is you want to reuse the factory hardware that you disassembled, which would be the 3 nuts on the header pipe and the springs. And then we're going to install our new muffler. And you want to make sure your rubber hangers are centered. And then we just slide them in there. And it helps hold the muffler while you put the header pipe on. The next step would be to put the header pipe onto the muffler. What's nice about the hangers is they hang there and you can bring them out and slide it back in, and then you can install your nuts. Now we're going to install our factory springs onto our new Power Tune XTO muffler, and I always start with the top spring. So now we are going to reinstall the rear muffler guard, and if you have any questions, you can look back at your service manual. So we reconnected the negative battery cable, and now we're going to fire it up so you can hear what the Power Tune XTO sounds like with the 1.5 dB reducers in it. To change the dB reducers or to remove them, use a 5/32 Allen wrench. And you remove these 3 screws in each cap. Then we put the caps right back on with the same screws, and then we add a little anti-seize to them, which I already did. I always get all three of them started, and then I tighten them all at the same time. Now that we're done installing them, we're going to fire it up so you can listen to it. And that's how you install your Power Tune XTO muffler on your 20 or 21 Polaris Pro XP RZR. For more information on this product, go to sscycle.com and don't forget to follow us on all our social media channels.